That microphone is live.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Bowl TV for the opening round of match play here at the 2017 Intercollegiate Team Championships taking place at the Raising Cane's River Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm Aaron Smith alongside Emil Williams Jr. and Jason Thomas. After 24 games of Baker qualifying, these teams have gotten lunch, rested up. Now they're ready for more. So these are best of 7 Baker matches. First team to 4 will advance to the next round. We will only have the winners round after this, so nobody is going to get eliminated here today. However, tomorrow we will begin with some elimination matches, but however, all 32 teams will be back in one way or another. Some will be much happier than others, having gotten through 2 rounds of the winner's bracket already, though. Kicking things off for us here in our men's featured match, our defending champion, McHenry, is taking on Pikeville. That's the lanes 27 and 28 over on 29 and 30. We have Maryland Eastern Shore and Grandview in our women's featured match. So the lanes were reconditioned during the break. These teams have gotten to practice on it, gotten a bunch of Baker games on it, so they hopefully have their game plan in place now. Now it's all going to come down to execution, making the shots when you need them. And helping your team to victory. All 5 players, whoever may be in the lineup, has to be a team effort. We'll get a rundown of all of our other matches going on. Let's start with the women's side. Pikeville taking on Stephen F. Austin. Weber International against Wright State. Wichita State taking on St. Francis. McKendree taking on Notre Dame, Ohio. Lindenwood taking on Newman. Savannah College of Art and Design is against Midland. And our top seed on the women's side, Wisconsin Whitewater, taking on Mount Mercy. Our other opening round matches on the men's side, Lindenwood Belleville taking on Lawrence Tech. Robert Morris, Illinois against Urbana. Calumet taking on Wisconsin Whitewater. Notre Dame, Ohio against William Penn. William Patterson against Morehead State. Wichita State against Midland. And our top seed, Weber International, taking on Newman. The Weber International men and Wisconsin Whitewater women received the Crystal Pin for leading qualifying here at the ITC. They had a quick presentation before we got started. .710 standing there for a second for Greg Young, a NCBCA first team All-American. And just enough of that 9-pin for Pikeville in frame number 4. Of course, you can visit bowl.com/ITC to see the bracket, live scoring, and more, to follow your favorite schools. Miscue there from Greg Young for McKendree. Second open for the Bearcats. Maryland Eastern Shore looking for a third consecutive strike. Trouble for them in frame 8. 4-7-10 from Melanie Copey. Pikeville definitely not hurting the pins here. Getting just enough to topple them over one by one. Gonna grab an early lead here at the halfway point of game 1. Once again, best of 7. Question in the chat from Cameron. I certainly hope it does. Well, I guess we'll have to see once we get to game 2. Nothing like finding out on the fly. Well, been a big double in the 10th for Grandview. That gave him a chance to shut out Maryland Eastern Shore. With one more in the 10th after that. I'll see if the Hawks can return the favor. So an opportunity for a tie to kick things off here on 29 and 30. Both players can convert the single pin. Grandview unable to convert. To finish with 196. To Shina Saras looking to cover the 9 pin to give the Hawks a 1-0 advantage here in game 1. Some other matches wrapping up. Lindenwood Belleville 234 to, well, the score switched, but more than Lawrence Tech. So Belleville up 1-0. Wisconsin Whitewater is going to be up 1-0 against Calumet. William Patterson 1-0 against Moorhead as Saras takes care of the spare. Wichita State is going to go 1-0 against Midland. That's a men's match. Newman, the 16 seed, winning the first one against Weber, 171-162. Stephen F. Austin women going to take the first game against Pikeville. Lindenwood defeats Newman. Wisconsin Whitewater is going to sneak past Mount Mercy, also on the women's side. See if the Rookie of the Year, Andrew Letcher, is going to be able to possibly step up in the 10th here with a chance to Pikeville and Pikeville fans. Spare shooting has been oh so interesting this game, but they've converted the last few by just enough. So Pikeville must double for a chance to shut out. Looks like St. Francis, Illinois is going to take a 1-0 lead against Wichita State. That's a women's match. Letcher leaves the 3-6. Gonna need some help from McKendry now. Greg Young can wrap it up with 7 pins here. And gets just enough. 166 will be a winner here. Not the prettiest victory ever, but a victory is a W no matter how it shakes up. So the defending champions going up 1-0. Oh, great attempt there by Grandview. On the 3-6-7-10, slides right by it. Maryland Eastern Shore unable to take advantage of the open. Missing the single pin in frame 4. Question in the chat about ties and everything, and I see Fidel mentioned both teams would get 0.5, and yes, if we were tied at 3.5, after 7, we would go to an 8th game. We've seen it before. I'm sure we'll see it again. Robert Morris ekes out a win against Urbana, 170-168. Savannah College of Art and Design, a 160-158 win over Midland. So we're getting some numbers up there on the scoreboard. The scores are finalized, so we can give you updates on matches here. We at least got it on the men's side right now. So we mentioned 16 seed Newman grabbing an early win against top seed Weber International. They're up 1-0. Wichita State 1-0 over Midland. William Patterson 1-0 against Morehead State. William Penn with the advantage against Notre Dame, Ohio. Wisconsin Whitewater up 1-0 against Calumet College. Robert Morris, Illinois. The final match done there. Sneak by a slim victory, 170-168 against Urbana. Lindenwood Belleville 1-0 against Lawrence Tech. And our feature match, McHenry edging out Pikeville to go up 1-0. Three in a row for Maryland Eastern Shore. Lead by 30 and can make it 40 with one more strike in the foundation frame. A few too many miscues in the early going for Grandview. They find themselves in an early hole. Looks like we've got updates across the board. So for our women's matches, Stephen F. Austin ahead 1-0 against Pikeville. Weber International 1-0 against Wright State. St. Francis, Illinois 1-0 against Wichita State. McHenry, the 2017 NCAA champion, up 1-0 against Notre Dame, Ohio. Lindenwood with the win over Newman 1-0. Savannah College of Art and Design 1-0 over Midland, and Wisconsin Whitewater, the top seed on the women's side, ahead of Mount Mercy 1-0. Throwing wood for a double there. McKendry connecting in the fourth. Question in the chat about how long we're going for today. And we're going to have 2 rounds of best of 7 matches, so it's kind of varies. Odds are every match won't be a sweep. And additionally, odds are every game won't go to 7. So we're kind of up in the air on the official end start time. It does look like scores are following the teams, checking online scoring, so we got that going for us, which is nice. Big thanks to Rick Barbera from Brunswick, making sure we're set to go with that. Good dude right there. But the second round is going to start pretty much as soon as we get going. So there'll be a short break for everyone to get kind of readjusted, head off to their new pair, be a little bit of practice. And it'll be time to go. So we'll leave the cameras running for that. Won't be a re-oil. Maryland Eastern Shore is going to go up 2-0 against Grandview here, 195. More than enough for the Hawks. Owners of a couple ITC titles. Pikeville is going to even up their match against Stephen F. Austin over on 31 and 32. Notre Dame, Ohio, Big 224 in Game 2. Will even up their match against McKendree. Those are women's matches. Lawrence Tech is going to tie up Lindenwood Belleville, one pair to our left. Wichita State on the men's side is going to go up 2-0 against Midland. And Newman, the Cinderella. Kind of, but not really. Going to go up 2-0 against Weber International. That is a 116 match. After some miscues in the 10th frame for Weber International, a foul 7 to lose 158 to 155. Newman with a 2-0 advantage. Wisconsin Whitewater on the men's side is going to go up at 2-0 against Calumet. Mount Mercy is going to tie things up against Wisconsin Whitewater over on 43 and 44 in our women's match.
Well, all right.
The man, the myth, the legend, after a well-deserved break. For 24 consecutive Baker games, Emil Williams Jr. Welcome back.
Good action, man. As we expected. Saw a few channel dwellers as well while I was out there. But the ball's hitting that channel. Saw that earlier on the Fresh, too. Fresh is tricky.
I feel Nick Hoagland would not have it any other way.
I had a good look at Weber. About a 6-7 frames or so in the first game. Nothing stood out that said shoot 155, but hey, it's easy to do. Just like that, especially in the Baker game. Couple opens. I talked about 16 seeds beating 1 seeds. I'm not sure if it's happened, but we'll keep our eyes on it.
Over in some of our women's featured matches, Newman is going to tie things up with Lindenwood at 1 apiece. Wichita State is going to get on the board against St. Francis, Illinois. And Wright State is going to tie things up in a close one against Weber International. So all those matches 1-1. I actually think our only 2-0 match on the women's side is our featured pair here between Maryland Eastern Shore and Grandview. McKendree can make things 2-0 here against Pikeville. Greg Young can make quick work of this with a strike here to kick off the 10th. Just like that.
Pretty good shot there from Greg.
So McKendree's going to go up 2-0, just a matter of final score now. Some of our other men's featured matches. William Penn and Notre Dame, Ohio tied up at 1 apiece. Looks Looks like Robert Morris, Illinois is in position to go up 2-0 against Urbana. William Patterson, the runner-up in 2016, up 2-0 on Morehead State. So Emil, we have 2 featured matches here. We have 2 teams up at 2-0. For the teams that are down 0-2, what's the mindset got to be here? Obviously, double elimination. Also, obviously, you don't want to make the long trek through the elimination bracket. If you're in that huddle with that team, what are you saying to your guys right now?
I'm saying just let's take it one frame at a time. Let's relax, be ourselves. Try not to get caught up in the kind of the hype, the moment of what ITCs is. You know, it's obviously we talked about it a little bit earlier during qualifying. You can kind of, you know, not cruise through per se, but there's no pedal to the metal, if you will, in qualifying, because there's a lot of different ways you can approach that situation. If you first time, if you're the team's first time, if you've got first-time bowlers here at the event, once ITC or match play begins, a bigger part, different from qualifying, you can kind of ease into that. You can't really ease into match play in that regard, so it's very easy to find yourself down 2-0. So you've got to relax and do what you do best, stay in your moment, whatever that zone is for that particular team. They got to treat it like any other event. You can't make it more than what it is, even though obviously we all know this is the biggest event of the year. But mentally, that's how you got to treat it. And you know, all you can do is throw good shots. You need good frames, especially. 9 spare will help you.
I heard it helps if you have a young, energetic leadoff player as well who can get people fired up, maybe get into the opponent's head a little bit.
That does help. I mean, you know, it's the roster is made up of a lot of different personalities, talents, and skill levels, and coaches know best generally where to fit those pieces, where players excel best. At this point, generally, you know who your anchor is, and that kind of thing. Probably your 4-player, 4-9. But not to say that anyone's interchangeable. I've seen constant anchors and people who are generally in that role. Hey, struggle, and you know, no hesitation for a coach. You know, hey, you want to stick with that individual, but a lot of times, sometimes you just can't. And also, it helps when that player says, hey, you know what? I just don't have it right now. At least not to perform in the 10th frame. Let me go into the 3-hole or something. You know, relax a little bit, find something, and then, you know, go back. So a lot of things can happen in a 10th frame Baker game. It can be tricky. I mean, if you take Weber, for example, I mean, Weber's not worrying about being down 2-0 right now. That's what I'm thinking that they're thinking. I mean, not that they in top seed, but you can just kind of eliminate that. They're a very good team. And so they kind of know, hey, okay, let's relax. Let's just kind of get back to what we do. And if we need to find a lineup that works, then of course our coaches will help us do that.
All of our ladies matches now into game 3. And Midland showed up in the 10th to hold on to a lead against Savannah College of Art and Design. So they're up, or excuse me, they're tied at 1 apiece. So one's across the board on the women's side except for our featured pair. Got a few more 2-0s than 1-1s on the men's side.
A little shocking, but as quickly as it's 2-0, it could be 2-2.
We saw that last year as well in the in the men's title match. Momentum can swing ever so quickly in the sport of bowling.
Absolutely. And that's the other side of it too, where if you're the one or the team that's up 2-0, then you can't by any second let up at all. Sometimes game 3, game 4 is where it can get a little tricky. You know, lanes start to get a little funky. Sometimes they get to be very different from one another, and then that can play a role into how the match will go.
Grandview looking to get something going here. Just a few too many mistakes here in the early going. Maryland Eastern Shore really hasn't been pressured too much after squeaking out the first game by a pin. Even though they haven't been at their sharpest either. Nice shot there in the 8th frame. Melanie Kopi. Question in the chat, do total pins count towards anything? And at this point, it's just all about winning the game. So you just want to have more pins than your opponent in that game, and then after that, move on to the next one. That allows teams to also attempt some different strategies as well. If you find yourself down by a bit early, things aren't going your way, go ahead and try something else. Losing those pins in that game will not hurt you necessarily. But if you can gain more information, by all means.
I think the match of the round could be LU Belleville and Lawrence Tech. Two young programs. Scott Hill was trying to double. If we get a match there at 190 for LU Belleville, that would have shut out Lawrence Tech this game. And just like that.
The most graceful 4-9 trip you will ever see. To the far left of your screen.
You need breaks like that.
Oh, absolutely. No denying that there. I'm just saying, it was so graceful in the way it fell.
Yeah, I agree. It's funny, you know, in this situation, the matter of one ball, basically, LU Belleville went from being able to shut out Lawrence Tech to then Lawrence Tech being able to win this game. They require a double here, and there it is. It's cold as ice.
Still needs a few pins here to wrap it up. A tremendous break for Maryland Eastern Shore to kick off the 10th. Saras was staring at a 2-8-10 for a second there. Somehow tripped them all out. So Maryland Eastern Shore will still have the opportunity to shut out here. Holding a 4-pin advantage over the Vikings. Vikings do not get the break there, crossing over. So Lawrence Tech up 2-1. William Penn is going to go up 2-1 against Notre Dame, Ohio. William Patterson will be 3-0 against Morehead State. Weber International bouncing back on the men's side. They're now down 2-1 against Newman. Wichita State is going to go up 3-0 on Midland. Those were all men's featured matches. Maryland Eastern Shore is going to take the win. Go 3-0 against Grandview. Notre Dame, Ohio is going to go up 2-1 against McHenry on the women's side. The Newman Jets on the women's side at 2-1 against Lindenwood. Pikeville now up 2-1 against Stephen F. Austin on the women's side. Wichita State is going to go up 2-1 against St. Francis, Illinois, also a women's match. First double of the game for Pikeville. Both teams clean so far. Through 7.5. That was the first double. McHenry takes care of the ever fun 3, 6, 9, 10. But now find themselves down in the match. Pikeville keep the pressure on here in the foundation frame. An update on the Robert Morris Urbana match. RMU up 2-0 so far. They are in the middle of a pretty ugly game right here overall. Nobody really running away with it as they prepare for the 7th frame. That spare got a little bit, at least more interesting looking for Pikeville. Good old 1-4-10. Wisconsin Whitewater on the women's side is going to go up 2-1 against Mount Mercy. Pikeville just gets the one in, just as quickly as that open. Swings the favor to McHenry's corner. Greg Young goes through the nose on that shot, loses just the 3-pin. Max score for the Bearcats, 193. Pikeville can still get up and win this game now. Such a back and forth affair with a double in the 10th and good count. Weber International up 2-1 against Wright State. That's a women's match. Midland's going to go up 2-1 against Savannah College of Art and Design. Pikeville needed it, they got it. There's one, halfway there. The Robert Morris men are going to have an advantage heading into the 10th against Urbana. Game 3 for that match, 150 might be enough. My man Kent Lowe helping me out. William Patterson up 3-0 against Moorhead. It started with the front 6 over on 17 and 18. Pikeville get it, needing a strike to avoid going down 3 games to none. This is the 2016-2017 Rookie of the Year, Andrew Letcher. Body language said it's going to need some help, and help it needed. Going through the nose. Not over yet. McHenry still needs some count here. Grandview.
Wow.
Catching a break there.
Love it.
All right, well, a chance for a tie here after the pitch out.
How about that?
By Greg Young. 7 gives them 190. They can't lose. But the 3-6-7-10 conversion could give Pikeville a half point.
There's that old 1 ball again, Smith. 1 ball could change teams' fortunes. For better or for worse. I do.
Wisconsin Whitewater is going to go up 3-0 against Calumet. The Wave really struggling out there. They did not throw a single strike in Game 3. Away to a 131 effort. Does not hit the 3-pin. McHenry sweats out a win there to go up 3-0. Over on 23 and 24. Urbana is in the books with a 148. Robert Morris needs 1 pin on a second shot of a a 3-6-7 from Kenny Ryan. He gets 1. Robert Morris ekes out the 149-148 victory. I was only hopefully kidding about that 150 would be enough to win that game, but neither team was too excited to get it. But RMU will gladly take it as they go up 3-0.
In this format, as everyone is aware by now, a win's a win. Win and move on, as they say.
Well, similar to what we saw in the single elimination format of the ISCs, you don't have to outbowl the field once you get to match play. It's just a matter of squeaking by your opponent. William Patterson finished that game up with a 245. They're going to be the first team to punch their ticket to round 2. The Wichita State men getting out of the gate strong here in Game 4, looking to sweep Midland. Just starting with an open and a spare in the second. The Shockers have delivered 6 in a row. Midland just in the 5th frame, though. 2 early opens for them.
Yeah, Midland struggled this morning. They gradually got better as the day went on, but they struggled a little bit. Beginning of the block. This is the fresh. So they have got the work cut out.
The Pikeville women are going to go up 3 games to 1 against Stephen F. Austin. As a women's match. Lindenwood, Belleville, and Lawrence Tech are going to be tied up at 2 apiece after 4. Big spare there for Grandview. Just need to keep it on the lane here to make it 3 games to 1. Don't even need that now. Vikings on the board here in game 4.
Situation brewing over at the Wichita State Midland match here right now. That's Wichita State can shoot right now. Now it's 237. Midland's got max score of 247 and not anymore. Oh no. Didn't like the facial expression. Did not suggest strike. But they'll take it in the 8th frame. That's a situation where you want to get it to Nick Pate. A big 9th frame shot coming up here.
Few folks you'd rather have in that situation. The NCBCA Player of the Year. They need the 9th frame first. Looks like they didn't get it. Drops their max down to 226. So Wichita State is going to get the sweep just like that. Sending Midland to the elimination bracket. William Penn is going to improve to 3-1 against Notre Dame, Ohio, over on 19 and 20. Weber Newman over on 13 and 14. Our 116 match. Weber with the advantage. Newman can keep the pressure on. The double and good count in the 10th. The Wichita State women will be up 3-1 against St. Francis, Illinois. Looks like the Lindenwood Lions will make it 2-2 in their match against the Newman Jets. That's over to our right. Welcome in the chat, Chris Shipman, Jeff Riggles, Dennis Hacker.
Oh, look out. Must be serious. Oh, yes. The usual suspects.
Although Jeff compared us to Pat Summerall and John Madden, so.
Wow. Who's who?
Just based off the order, I get to be Pat, but I suppose that's up for debate.
Can we do it like Madden 95?
Oh, that's my wheelhouse, man.
Speed kills. First down.
Really can't make this stuff up, folks. We really do have this much fun. Speaking of fun, Wisconsin Whitewater is count on their field ball away from going up 3-1 against Mount Mercy. That is a women's match.
Oh, that's a fantastic shot off camera from Pikeville.
You are correct in the chat there, Jeff. This is a masterpiece courtesy of Nick Hoagland. Another bar in his opus.
As Aaron mentioned, 2 winners in the books already on the men's side. Wichita State and William Patterson. Winners move on to bowl into round 2 today. Those who lost their matches. Oh, okay, Belleville. That's my guy, man. Let me finish my point. Those who lost their match will then come back tomorrow morning, and they will have the long road ahead. I'd love to see someone do it.
Tough break on the light mixer there after a few opens from Pikeville. Just a match that's.
Oh, is that any of that getting on, sneaking in on the camera there? Probably not.
I want to say no. So.
Okay. Well,
I was going to say, if they strike again here, we may just have to do a quick. Which camera you got on that?
Let's see. 7-10 split. Saw some pins bounce earlier in the week. Still not over here for Pikeville.
No, McKendree yet to strike here on lane at 28.
No info, Jeff, on bull.com. No one knows the conditions. Players, competitors, very similar to the Hoosier and other, of course, championship type events.
All right, let's go through a few more matches here. Weber and Newman, these will be all men's matches, tied up at 2 apiece. William Penn up 3-1 against Notre Dame, Ohio. Wisconsin Whitewater is going to be moving on to the next round against Calumet, 4-0. Tight match between Robert Morris and Urbana here in Game 4. Robert Morris can take the advantage, though, for the sweep. Belleville and Lawrence Tech tied at 2 apiece. Over on the women's side, Pikeville up 3-1 against Stephen F. Austin. Weber and Wright State tied up at 2 apiece. Wichita State up 3-1 against St. Francis. McKendree and Notre Dame, Ohio tied up at 2 apiece. Lindenwood Newman 2 apiece. Midland is going to go up 3-1 against Savannah College of Art and Design. And we mentioned earlier, Wisconsin Whitewater, the top seed, up 3-1 against Mount Mercy. Big shot there in the 9th frame, going to put McKendree in great shape to move a notch closer to a return visit.
Haven't seen very many lefties this week, but that was a great looking shot.
That young man's made quite a few good shots today, attacking him from the left side. That'll be enough. McKendree collecting the win 4-0. Pikeville going to have the long road ahead of them. From the elimination bracket.
McKendree off to a good start of their title defense. Robert Morris was some pins away. Had to come with a mark and good count. And a split in the 10th frame from Daniel Hansen, the 4-6-7.
So Urbana, barring some luck on the conversion, some new life here. Chance to go make this match 3-1. They're going to do so. 186 to 177. So that game is going to go to 5. Stephen F. Austin against Pikeville. Stephen F. Austin has a chance to double in the 10th to at least make Pikeville mark to move on to the next game. Want to switch to that one? We'll switch to that one real quick. So Stephanie Schwartz is stepping up here. Needs to strike to get to 180. That would have forced Pikeville to make the spare to win. They're already at 180, so Pikeville going to advance on the women's side 4-1. Against the Lady Jacks. Maryland Eastern Shore just a few frames away. Just got to stay out of their own way, fill a few frames here. I'm going to send a Grandview packing to the elimination round. We may be out of featured matches by then, sir.
We could, but we've got some things lined up if necessary.
We do what we can for the people.
What we got any?
Lindenwood Belleville is going to go 3-2 against Lawrence Tech. William Penn in position to defeat Notre Dame, Ohio. That's in the 9th and 10th frame. Weber International is going to win his 3rd consecutive game to go up 3-2. Against Newman. Those are all men's matches.
I mentioned that Weber Newman match earlier. Weber down early, 2-0. Pretty experienced team. They come right back, and it looks like they will go up now 3-2.
I think you put that perfectly when we were discussing it earlier, that they weren't rattled by that situation, and clearly shows in the performance they put together these last 3 games. Let the conditions come to them. Gonna get some probably improved shot making as well.
Now, Aaron, let's go over to let's see what we got here. Well, hold on one second. Let's see what Tashana Rouse has for us.
Seven count will be a winner for Maryland Eastern Shore. They're going to defeat Grandview 4-1.
Notre Dame College, Ohio. Ryan Ashby is up in the 10th.
All right, we're going in.
They are down 3-1. Max score, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Needs a strike for a chance to get to 190. Max score for William Penn, 184. Crosses over and
no.
Trips the, oh. Thought he had got it at first. Apparently the 10.
That's the 5-10.
Kicking around as well. So now William Penn will just need 6 pins to move on to the next round. Only the Statesman's second trip to the ITC. First coming in 2013. That looks like 5. 181 will be enough, so William Penn gonna knock out Notre Dame, Ohio. All right, where to next?
This is Lawrence Tech and LU Belleville. So we'll try to get a little of all 4 pairs. The angle will be a little wide.
These matches are early in game, are for Belleville and Lawrence Tech. This is early in game 6. Robert Morris and Urbana have been a little bit slower behind pace. They are in game 5 still. RMU up 3-1 in that match. Lindenwood Belleville 3-2. See what we can tell you on our women's side while we take a gander over that way. Wichita State women are going to advance to the next round against St. Francis, Illinois, 4-1. The Lindenwood Lions are going to go up 3-2 against Newman.
We have our other camera is on Weber and Wright State. That game's going to go to 6 games. Or that match is going to go 6 no matter what.
Weber just some count on their first shot of the 10th to go up 3-2 in that match. The Midland women are going to defeat Savannah College of Art and Design 4-1. Midland Warriors putting on a big performance there in game 5. A chance to get into the 250s still. We got a live look in at 2 relatively young programs here in Lawrence Tech and Lindenwood Belleville. For the Lynx of Lindenwood, just their second ITC appearance. Also making it in 2015 for the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. This is their first trip to the big show.
That's a team where, you know, they look like they have fun. They've been pretty loose this match, even though they're trailing. Well, that's a squad right there where you just go out and say, hey, you know what? You know, no fear. You got to have that no fear attitude. They have an idea of what to expect, but when it's your first time, just go out there like you've never been. Go out there like you have never been.
In our McKendree Notre Dame Ohio match on 37 and 38, McKendree just needs 8 on the fill to go up 3-2. Looks like Jessica Malott has moved into the anchor spot. She's going to mix them up. That's going to be enough. Bearcats up 3-2 now against the Falcons of Notre Dame, Ohio. The Wisconsin Whitewater women are going to move on to the next round against Mount Mercy, 4-1. Just a matter of final score there.
Robert Morrison's got a few breaks here this game, but a win's a win. Cameron said it best in the chat, a win is a win is a win. This thing's got the makings of 7 games here, Aaron Smith. Whoop.
Kind of feel that too. As we mentioned, 2 young programs, 2 eager programs. Looking to make a name for themselves. That young man has made a name for himself in your book already.
Scotty Hill.
Scott Hill.
I don't know if he likes Scotty. I'll confirm with him, so I won't call him that yet. But generally, if you're one of my good peoples, I tend to say, man, that person's got a fantastic game. I tend to start throwing in nicknames.
Looks like Lawrence Tech's going to make a substitution here.
Uh-oh.
Shoot at the spare.
All right.
He'll take the 3, though. Belleville has a chance to throw a few strikes here to take the lead.
Sure enough.
Once again, you can follow live scoring at bowl.com/ITC, or you can scroll down in the description of the video a little bit. It's available there as well.
There's a program on the women's side that just kind of, I won't say they fly under the radar too, but to me, they kind of do. And that's Wright State. They're always in the mix. You look up and, they're at ITCs, giving people fits, taking teams to the limit.
That is the Jeff Fleck way.
This is their 8th appearance overall, 3rd consecutive.
All right, we are in the 10th frame here in the Robert Morris-Urbana match. Urbana can max out at 173. Robert Morris would just need count here to surpass that total. 152 in the 8th, a strike in the 9th. So they've had some interesting 10th frames the past few games. We'll see if they can wrap it up here, move on to the next round. There's Daniel Hansen, the 2016 singles champion.
No doubt about that.
Taking care of business here. So RMU is going to get the W, 4-1 over Urbana. I was going to say we got over in our women's matches, we're in the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd frames. So let's finish up this Belleville Lawrence Tech Game 6. We'll go over, check out the ladies for a little bit here on Bowl TV. That was the 9th frame for Lawrence Tech. 8th frame for Belleville. It's an 11-pin match at the moment. Belleville can cut it into 10 with a double here in the 9th and the 10th.
Whoa.
Nobody had their hands up. Miscue, frame 9 for Lawrence Tech. Now Belleville.
Wow.
All of a sudden, right in the thick of it. Great shot in the 9th frame to set up the 10th. Lindenwood Belleville will now have a chance to shut out Lawrence Tech. Out of trouble there, leaving just the 6-pin. So now a chance of a tie here. You said this one would go to 7. It might go to 8.
Wow. I'm here for this, as the kids say these days. After this fill, or these fill shots, I should say. We've got some women's matches lined up here already.
This is fill ball, fill ball. Lawrence Tech's going to go up first. High count between these two shots is going to win. That is right. 6 count. Scott Hill can send the Lynx to the next round with 7 or more.
You know, Aaron, I said that you can be free and just kind of play, no fear. Up until you get into that situation, and that's where it may come out. I'm not saying that, you know, nerves play a role in that, but it's just a human thing.
Lindenwood Belleville.
Oh.
Just enough.
Wow. And that, folks.
166 to 165.
There's ITCs.
Lawrence Belleville advances 4 games to 2 against Lawrence Tech. Wacky finish there. The Lynx move on to the next round. We're going to go over to the women. This is Wright State and Weber International. Weber up 3 games to 2. And find the trouble in frame number 5. They were clean through 4. That is a 4-7-10. Wright State started with a strike. Back-to-back single pin misses in the 2nd and the 3rd. Strike in the 4th. And a spare in the 5th. If Weber is unable to convert, Wright State can bring this within 10 pins. Nice shot there. Kick off the second half for Wright State. The McKendree Bearcats are going to eliminate.
Not yet.
Or not, but sent to the elimination round, excuse me, Notre Dame, Ohio. 4 games to 2. The Bearcats putting together a nice effort here in Game 6. And we're going to have a Game 7 between the Newman Jets and Lindenwood Lions. The Weber International men collected the victory over Newman, 4 games to 2. So bouncing back 4-0 after dropping their first 2 in that match. So we are all done on the men's side. Weber International, Wichita State, William Patterson, William Penn, Wisconsin Whitewater, Robert Morris, Illinois, Lindenwood, and McHenry advancing.
Can't get over that Florence Tech LU Belleville finish.
Something wacky indeed.
So we're going to have a game 7 between Lindenwood and Newman on the women's side.
Once again, a reminder, as soon as we're done with round 1, we'll get our teams to their pairs for the next round, have some practice, and then we'll be on our way in round 2.
Weber in control here.
Lindenwood and Newman is getting just ready to start their game 7. As you said, Emil Weber at the moment holds its destiny in its hands. Almost a break for Wright State. Crossing over. Leaves just the 3-pin. As Anna Andersson from Sweden got to see her stateside last summer at the World Youth Bowling Championships in Lincoln, Nebraska. Now part of that famed Weber program. Putting the Warriors 1 frame closer. Good shot there by Taylor Boltice, qualified for the Intercollegiate Singles Show. Leaves at the 4. Wright State can max out 172. With all 3 in the 10th, they would need a little bit of help from Weber. There's 1. That's all you can do is put the maximum amount of pressure on your opponent. You never know how the pins are going to fall. So if Wright State is able to get 2 more strikes, Weber will need a mark in order to move on to the next round. Hey everybody, look, it's Deandra Aspady. Deandra helping out this week with Storm as their collegiate program director. That might not be the official title, but she's doing cool things with college bowling, so always good to see Deandra. And that's going to be enough. With just a few more pins on the fill ball. Our defending champions going to make it to the next round. And don't even need that now. Wright State's going to have to make the long trek through the elimination bracket. Only one match went 7, Lindenwood and Newman. All right. Lindenwood and Newman about as far away as humanly possible from us, so Camille's going to do his thing from the top rope. Can follow along with the live scoring found in the description below the video, or by visiting bowl.com/ITC for the Intercollegiate Team Championships. This is Newman looking for 3 strikes in a row. Jets deliver after starting with a pair of spares, a pair of opens for the Lions. Spare in the 3rd frame, strike in the 4th. They find themselves down 30 here in the early going. Hoping for a double. Looks like a 3-6-10 from here. Converts a spare, frame 5, but the Lions have some work to do in the back half of Game 7. Once again, as a reminder, the second round of match play. Winner's Bracket Edition. Coming up next here on Bowl TV. Looks like just a 2-pin for Newman in the 6th. Question in the chat, who won between Weber and Newman on the men's side? Weber came back after a 2-0 deficit to take the 4-2 victory. Oh, stuff 8. In the 6th for Lindenwood. Newman clean through 6 and up by 40 pins. Newman leans on the 10. Getting closer and closer to one more match today. Once again, no teams eliminated after day 1. The momentum in the Jets' favor. We saw him put on a great performance at the Hoosier Classic just before sectionals. And a very interesting Bowl TV broadcast, which also served as a Facebook Live broadcast because YouTube was being difficult. Saw a great performance out of Newman there. So they made a run, falling a little bit short. Obviously taking some of that momentum here. To Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Lindenwood can max out at 204. So the spare there. Means Newman will need just 5 pins on his first shot. To officially defeat Lindenwood. Now this match officially over. It's a matter of final score. Newman winning in 7. Against the Lions. Final score for Newman, 212. LU can get to 184. So taking a look in front of us here. So we see some teams starting to get to our featured pairs. Looks like we might have a matchup of Wichita State and Weber International on the men's side. Also looks like Wisconsin and Whitewater on the women's side, our top seed after qualifying, have made the move to 29 and 30. And as the players move around, so do the folks in the stands trying to get behind their favorite teams. Obviously quite a few going to have the teams they're rooting for done for the day. But we've had great support, standing room only here at the Raising Cane's River Center. Feel almost guilty about taking up all this space here with our live stream gear. But great to see all the parents out, all the support. As we go back to our main shot here, as we get prepared for round 2, 212 to 171. Newman wins in game 7 against Lindenwood. All right, folks. Round number 2 of match play is going to be coming up next here on Bowl TV. We're leaving the cameras on, so don't go too far.
And that concludes round 1 of competition. Let's hear it for all our teams that competed in round 1 match play.
We'll let Zach do his thing. Zach Barton, tournament manager here.
The teams winning round 1 of match play will compete at 6 p.m. in round 2. Once again, the winning teams of round 1 will continue competition in round 2 at 6 p.m. Those teams that did not win round 1 will return tomorrow morning at 7:45 a.m. Teams, if you are not competing in round 2, please make sure that no bowling equipment leaves the building and all bowling equipment is stored
Well, you heard Zach say it there. Round 2 is going to start at 6 p.m., so we got approximately 12 minutes between now and then. But talk about some great matches coming up on the men's side. Wichita State, Weber International. Going to go at it on 27 and 28. On 29-30, top seed, Wisconsin Whitewater. It's going to be joined on the lanes by the Midland Warriors. So we are going to step away for a minute or two. Don't go too far. Round 2 coming up next here on Bowl TV. For Jason Thomas and Emil Williams Jr., I'm Aaron Smith. Once again, we'll be back in less than 12 minutes. We're going to keep the cameras on. We'll see if these teams do cool things beforehand. Otherwise, bowling will be up soon. We speak of teams doing cool things. There's Willie P getting loose for round 2. The Pioneers will be taking on William Penn in the next round. It's going to be a few pairs to our left, but we'll do our best to keep you updated on them all. 10 minutes till showtime. Round 2, 2017 Intercollegiate Team Championships coming up next here on Bowl TV. Thanks again for joining. We'll be right back.
I was walking around here, my knees hurt.
right, folks, welcome back to round 2, 2017 Intercollegiate Team Championships. If you're just joining us, of course, this is double elimination match play. That's the format. Those who lost matches in round 1 will come back tomorrow morning at 7:45 a.m. Same for those who lose this match in round 2, or the matches in round 2, I should say. They'll come back at 9:45 for competition. The winners will not compete until 1 p.m. tomorrow. Well, you are watching, of course, the featured pair 27 and 28. The number 1 seed, Weber International, taking on the 8th seeded Wichita State. 29 and 30. Top seed, Wisconsin Whitewater, taking on 8th seed Midland. So we got 1 versus 8 on your featured pairs, both men and women. Same situation though for Wichita State and Weber. Same matchup on the women's side also. Wichita State facing Weber, that's a 2-7. Wichita State, the 2 seed, Weber, the 7th seed. All that talk about the potential first round matchup, Aaron Smith, that I hyped up. But it was just a round later.
So we were close, is what you're saying.
We were close.
That's all we can hope for most of the time. But yeah, definitely some great matchups here. See a miscue on the first shot there from Thomas Peters of Wichita. Let his foot go a little bit too far past the line. So the Shockers will lose some pins early in game 1. A long way to go here. Team settling in, best of 7. Here at the 2017 ITC. We appreciate everyone joining us here throughout the day and throughout the week so far. It's been exciting. We already know our TV finalists at the Intercollegiate Singles Championships. That took place yesterday. We also learned our All-Americans from the National Collegiate Bowling Coaches Association, as well as the IBMA.
Shout out to Matt McNeil.
Who?
I know, right? Who's that guy? Watching? I'm sure he's just watching some general great bowling. Maybe not watching the team in particular. Wichita State.
I can see who his favorite is. I don't see any "Hey Aaron" there from him.
Well, he didn't hear you at first.
Oh,
that's all.
That should be assumed.
That's all.
Should be assumed. Come on, McNeil.
Hello, Justin. And Justin Lesser. Had a lot of good times bowling juniors against Justin Lesser. Good tournaments in the Illinois, Indiana area.
To answer Justin's question, Stephen F. Austin did make it to match play. They lost their first match to Pikeville 4-1, so they'll be back tomorrow bright and early to compete in the opening elimination matches. 7:45 local time tomorrow morning.
Colby. Yes, McKendree did make match play, both teams, men and women. They are competing right now also in round 2. They won their first match, both respectively men and women. McKendree women facing the Newman Jets. And McKendree men taking on LU Belleville in what is kind of sort of a hometown matchup, if you will. Dennis. So one would say, hey, two of the what we expect on the men's side, one of the best matches of the day, more than likely. Wichita State and Weber. Top two teams in the team power ranking systems. They have traded votes, first place votes, IBMA poll throughout the season. Wisconsin Whitewater, the women, I should mention the men as well. They too are off in round two. Again, men and women for Wisconsin Whitewater. Other matches ongoing on the women's side. Pikeville and Maryland Eastern Shore down on 41 and 42. Wichita State and Weber, Newman and McKendree, and of course, Wisconsin Whitewater and Midland. Along with Weber, Wichita on the men's side, William Patterson and William Penn. That is on 23 and 24. Wisconsin Whitewater and Robert Morris on 19 and 20. Again, the aforementioned LU Belleville McKendree match on 15 and 16. Feel free. I encourage you to follow along on live scoring. The live scoring link, if you're just joining us, is located in the description link down below. You'll also find the men and the women's brackets as well. About to enter the 10th frame. With 2:17 max. Oh, he'll bring a little light there. Gives Wichita State a chance. If Ramon should make this spare to double, take game one. And he missed it. Rare miscue in the 10th frame. For Weber.
It's going to put Wesley Lowe in a position to mark to win. The talented two-hander earned a second team All-American nod this year. I believe this is Wesley's sophomore campaign for the Shockers.
Game one victory for Wichita State.
Almost.
You are correct. Hey, you're right. There was a foul in the second frame, although it wasn't Wesley Lowe. We've seen a few fouls and a couple gutters.
That we have.
So far in the ITC. So Aaron is 100% correct. And
ever popular 1-7.
And Wesley Lowe almost gave Nathan Moore a heart attack. Nothing to joke about, but a figure of speech. Nathan Moore almost Lost his lunch on the Wesley Lowe shot.
Top-seeded Wisconsin Whitewater going to go up 1-0 against Midland. Some other matches already decided. Start on the women's side. Newman's going to go up 1-0 against McKendree. Weber in very good position to take a 1-0 lead against Wichita State. They're in the 9th frame. And Pikeville on the verge of going up 1-0 against Maryland Eastern Shore. William Penn can strike out to win. Oh, excuse me. I lied. They can't win this game. William Patterson's going to go up 1-0. Those jumping jacks really helped in between rounds.
This is best of 7 match play. It's best of 7 all the way through the championship matches on CBS Sports Network. Those will be best of 5. Hello to Inside Bowling, Mike Flanagan and the crew.
True legend of the game right there. Hello, Michael. Wisconsin Whitewater on the men's side is going to go up 1-0 against Robert Morris, Illinois. The McKendree men 1-0 against Lindenwood Belleville. A lot of familiar names in the chat room, so big shout out to everybody for joining us here. Good buddy Matt Staninger. Got to see him in Las Vegas a few weeks ago. McNeil, to answer your question, I will be back on April 27th. So I think you guys will a little bit after that. I think I'll be in town. See that action. Mitch Houpe makes it 3 in a row for the Shockers. Speaking of Las Vegas and the Open Championships, Mitch, a member of the 2016 regular team champions, along with a few current and former Wichita State players. Midland out the gate strong here in game 2, 3 in a row for them. Trying to even things up against Wisconsin Whitewater. Once again, we've caught our Two quickest pairs so far here on Bowl TV, so everyone else kind of settling into game 2 already. So Weber delivers the strike in frame 5. Question in the chat. Whitewater and Robert Morris. Whitewater up 1-0. Question about the oil pattern. Not a clue, because we really don't know. The evil genius who came up with it is sitting 2 chairs away from me right now. Nick Hoagland watching the action from up here. So Emil, how long do you think Nick has been causing collegiate bowlers to shake their heads when competing on their patterns? It's got to be. How many classes has he gone through already?
Well, the first thing you got to take into account is his actual bowling skill. So
he's not bad at that too.
Because people having way back when on the lanes. I remember seeing Nick, I think it was about 2008, maybe 2009. Went back to school, and everyone was like, who's this really good old guy? He immediately went back to being an All-American. And then started, well, he probably had already been designing patterns at that point, but became more prominent, of course, at the Hoosier, which is always tough, no matter what. And when you add in the wrinkle of Nick Hoagland, it becomes just a little different. So I'd say he's been doing it probably over a good 20 years.
Big opportunity here for Weber. Knots this match up, heading into the 10th frame. So we're getting down to the business here, Wichita State and Weber. Wichita State delivers first. Can Weber match? Gonna have a chance. Oh, 6-pin will not lean out of the gutter.
Shot from Corey Lynch, the senior from Rockford, Illinois.
Mike Flanagan just won the chat room. Wichita State going to go up 2-0. Plenty of room for Wisconsin Whitewater to still make this a game. I know they were a few frames behind. Would have been a big strike in the 8th. Runs a little high, leaves the 9. Midland can wrap this up here. 213 to 203. Wichita State up 2-0 on Weber International. Weber was down 0-2 in their opening round match against Newman. Then they rattled off 4 consecutive wins against the Jets. 9th frame for Whitewater. And let's call that Barney right there. 7-10 in the 9th. Will eliminate just about any opportunity for a big comeback here. Put any pressure on Midland. They're going to win with 224. Even things up at 1 apiece.
Well, you could just tell Brandon Biondo was close. It was starting to come to him a little bit. Left a couple 2-pin combinations. Went on the right lane, flat 10, and then dead flush on 27.
Yeah! Good shot, Frank!
11 days on the road, Dennis, that is nothing compared to what Aaron Smith will complete later next week. How many days will it be, Aaron?
Oh, I didn't know I was counting, but I think 17. So
Make it. Very good shot at it.
William Patterson is just count on their fill ball away from going up 2-0 on William Penn. McKendry's going to go up 2-0 against Lindenwood Belleville. Both of those on the men's side. Big shot here for McKendry for the women. Switch to that real quick. Strikes a winner. That is the freshman, Taylor Bailey. Wrapping things up, helping the Bearcats get to 1-1. Get her fill shot real quick. Pikeville and Maryland Eastern Shore are going to be a close finish as well, way down on 41 and 42. Wichita State and Weber on the women's side coming down to the 10th frame as well. Big opening shot for the Shockers. That's a strike. I think we need to check that one out too, Emil. Weber can max out at 192. Wichita State can deliver a double in the 10th. Already got one of them to max out at 198. Looks like Weber's going to step up first. They got a single pin to convert first. That part is done. Looks like it's Christy Lopez for Wichita State, bowling in the anchor spot. All right, one strike in the 10th. Comes in light, leaves 2-5. So Weber just needs 7 pins on the fill to go up 2-0. That looks like 7. Weber's going to take the 2-0 lead against the Shockers in a matchup of last year's title tilt on the women's side. So we go back to our featured pairs, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Wisconsin Whitewater will be up 2-0 on Robert Morris, Illinois. Maryland Eastern Shore ties things up with Pikeville, 1 apiece. So I think that covers all of our matches at the moment.
Striking a 7th for Wichita State.
Wichita State unable to deliver its first double. Comes up light in the 8th frame. Mirrored version for Weber in frame 8. Well, they lose a few pins working on a spare.
Double for Whitewater, good opening 5 frames. The Whitewater ladies. Wichita State with two-handed lefties.
How about
Lowe.
that?
How about that? Wesley Lowe, I would say he's relatively well known, if you will. And Patrick, love his nickname, Packy Hanrahan.
Just rolls off the tongue.
It's pretty good too. Maybe you're familiar with him. Almost had a video go kind of viral. What was it, 1167?
I believe it was 1167.
For the sweeper? The Southwest tournament in Wichita.
I think 45 strikes in a row. Something wacky like that. 900 his last 3.
267 sheet for 4 games.
Another chance for a close matchup here heading into the 10th. Both teams strike out. We're tied at 205.
Corey Lynn's coming through. The Rockford native. Remember, we had a lot of Rockford, Freeport folks in the chat room earlier today.
All right, Wesley Lowe just needs a spare now. Strike will work as well. Put Wichita State up 3-0. Gets it. The talented two-hander from California, delivering in the clutch. Great conversion there. The 6-8.
I did see who threw the first shot there, or Whitewater. Based on the leave, I imagine that they threw in the righty for the attempt. And if that was indeed the case, good use of that strategic move. Remember that conversation we had earlier today about Weber being down? I still think the same thing is true. I don't believe I get too rattled here. Del Warren having a chat with him.
Great job, Warren. Great job, Warren. Good point, Charlie.
All right, gonna head back to 29 and 30. Big frame here for Wisconsin at Whitewater. This match tied up at 1. Mixes him up. Whitewater's gonna have the chance to win this one in the 10th. .217 in the books for Midland. So we'll need a strike here on the first shot in the 10th from Whitewater. Otherwise, Midland takes a 2-1 advantage. That shot comes in light, leaves the 2. And Midland says, we got 2. Games to 1.
Someone mentioned Matt Russo earlier in the chat. Matt now in the lineup for Weber, which makes it now 3. Two-handed lefties now on the pair. Bowling.
And you were talking about not seeing enough left-handers earlier.
We hadn't seen a lot.
Now you have multiple using multiple hands.
How about that?
What a world. All right, some other updates. The McKendree men are going to go up 3-0 on Lindenwood Belleville. William Patterson is going to go up 3-0 on William Penn. And the McKendree women just need some pins to go up 2-1 against the Newman women. And it looks like Pikeville's going to take the 2-1 advantage against Maryland Eastern Shore. Weber and Wichita still in frame 6, a little too close to call. That's on the women's side.
Packy Hanrahan, pack in the hole. Although the match score right now may not indicate, but this has been a pretty good match overall.
No, they've been close matches so far. 192 to 184, 213 to 203, and 205, 194. All of our men's matches, oh, I shouldn't say that. Wisconsin Whitewater and Robert Morris still have a few games to go, but 3 of our matches at 3-0 on the men's side.
Out to Kent Lowe. And he's doing work here. Taking in the action, taking notes. Probably got a deadline to meet tonight. Along with any other LSU related news.
I would not want to be on the end of a Brandon Biondo high five when he's excited.
Oh, it's serious business.
There's no messing around there. However, I'd love to have him on my team though. I would have to be like at the end of the high five line there. You wouldn't want to be get one of those hot off the press.
After it kind of smooths out,
kind of
flattens out.
Gotta say, takes the sting out a little bit after a few of them, you know. I assume that's why Wesley was hiding back there.
It's hard to tell, and I'm no expert on the latest equipment out there. But I know that Weber is throwing some urethane goal balls. Wichita State, not sure exactly what they're throwing. They just have that look of urethane. I'm not sure. And I'm talking about the righties. Matt Russo for Weber, however, looks to be throwing urethane as well.
Robert Morris, Illinois is going to have the chance to strike out in the 10th frame to get a game from Wisconsin Whitewater over on 19 and 20. Whitewater can max out at 206. Robert Morris for 3 in the 10th to get to 210. Daniel Hansen goes to the nose, leaves the 3-6. It's going to drop Robert Morris down to the 190 max. So Wisconsin Whitewater one win away from a early afternoon appearance tomorrow.
You know, if someone's you go with the whole the stock is rising thing, you would say that Wisconsin Whitewater men's stock has been rising all season, and it would not shock anyone. Good spare there from Corey Lentz. Wouldn't shock anyone, I think, for them to kind of complete the mission, if you will. Had a lot of program firsts, winning their first Tier 1 title. They won 2, actually. Trying to work their way into a championship match berth.
Big strike on the fill there for Weber. Wichita State's going to need a double.
8-pin, almost.
And they needed a strike on that one too. 9 count there would have been 213 max. The way it works, they're still going to need a double in the 10th here.
That would have been a very nasty 8-pin. That it went back off the deck. Got some Wichita State fans in front of us. They stand for Wesley Lowe. That's in.
And that's game 5.
My man. Aaron, did you cover the women's matches?
I did a little bit earlier. Whoa. See, aren't you glad we had that second table?
Yeah, that would have been trouble.
That got frightening quickly. Gave him a quick rundown. We did not include one game, but in contrast to what we had on the men's side, the Weber women were up 3-0 against Wichita State. The rest of the match is 2-1 at the moment. So we saw a pep talk last game from Del Warren to get the Weber guys their first win. Coach of the Year, Mark Lewis, talking to his crew. He's saying, you guys want to have brunch or breakfast tomorrow? So if you find a way to win a few in a row, brunch it is. Weber has actually started that game. Wichita State still in the huddle. Definitely a back and forth match here between Whitewater and Midland on 29 and 30. Wisconsin Whitewater won the first one. Midland came back to win the next 2. And the Lady Warhawks are going to take care of business with just 4 pins. Tie things up at 2 apiece.
Very good match, as you mentioned here on 29 and 30. tied at 2. Nice strong start there from Weber.
Definitely no pressing by them, even being 3-0.
Now the programs that have got some experience behind them generally, or even if they don't have experience, sometimes it's, you know, it just kind of trickles down from the coaching staff. They just kind of relax and let's get back on it here. I'm sure whatever Bill was telling them was essentially to, hey, get it in gear. I tell you, Packy's been he's been striking. That's a big shot for Corey Lance. I think for a couple of reasons. One, he's thrown some good shots late in games at 2-8 or 10-pin, etc. I think for him, just to see him go 10 back, high flush, I think that could do a little bit more for the psyche. Wow.
6-8-10. Whoa. For Wesley Lowe.
Probably not going to bring in the righty for this one.
Lindenwood Belleville is going to take a game against McKendree, make it 3-1. Bearcats still with the advantage.
Weber women out to a good start there. Open in the first and a 4-bagger. Now looking at a 9 count in frame 6. And did that just happen?
That happened, yes. William Penn is going to get on the board here against William Patterson. The Pioneers are going to have a 3-1 advantage still, however. I want to say the whole pair is using urethane now in 27 and 28. McKendree women are going to go up 3-1 against Newman. Maryland Eastern Shore has the opportunity to double in the 10th to steal one from Pikeville. They did not do so, however, missed on the first shot. Pikeville is going to go up 3-1. There's some count on their fill ball. Weber looking at trouble now, back-to-back splits. Big 4 here on lane 28 in frame 8. Some count given away there as well. But still have the lead heading into frame 9. Midland trips the 4 for their first mark here in game 5. For Wisconsin Whitewater in frame 5. Perhaps a chance for Midland to gain a little bit of momentum heading into the back half.
Oh. There's a little spot down lane. Could benefit Weber potentially.
Seems like they're just creating a little bit better angle with the urethane at the moment. We did see some miscues there, but I think those, we saw some reaction when they put that four bagger together. That
this
looked
is
really, really dangerous for the rest of the way out.
Absolutely, my bad. This is kind of that point where you mentioned, I'm sure everyone saw the last couple of shots. The Brooklyn by Ramon Hilfring and then the big 4 before that. As that will all but knock up a win here for Weber as they climb back. So Wichita State will then move to 28 and then have to decipher how to play that spot, which looks to be closer to like 12-13 down lane to me. I could be wrong on that, but now that's if you get it in. If you're playing where Corey Lynn's playing, if you're right of that, of course, then you're still in good shape. And should Wichita State somehow, the righties, not combat that properly, we could be looking at game 7.
And you know who loves the game 7, Emil Williams Jr.? Everybody loves game 7.
Everybody loves game 7. Get your popcorn ready. The popcorn got ourselves a good match there. Wichita State women trying to stay alive.
Have the match in their favor heading into the 9th and 10th. Slight advantage. Can push it to a 15-pin lead with a strike in the 9th. Unable to strike, Holly-Ann Johansson, first team All-American. So with the spare, 5 pins will separate those two heading into the 10th. Miscue in the 10th from Wisconsin Whitewater on the men's side. They had an opportunity to have a mark and more or less win it. Send Robert Morris back into the elimination bracket.
5-pin match.
But that'll go to 3-1 now. We'll go to Weber and Wichita State women. 4-pin to kick things off for the Warriors. Wichita State can match the rest of the way out to grab their first point in this best of 7. So they give a pin back, a little bit tougher spare to convert, the 2-5.
Yeah, that's certainly not a gimme.
So 4 pins now the difference. Weber will step up first. They're in the books, up to Christy Lopez for the conversion. So if Weber strikes, Wichita will just need 7 pins. Keep their hopes alive in the winner's bracket. Nine gives Weber 210, so just 6 pins. And Wichita State avoids trip to the elimination bracket. Oh, did she get the 7 pin out? Oh my goodness, she did not get the 7 pin out. Wichita State still in it, but wow, only get a half a point, so 3.5 to a half. Wowza. Wisconsin Whitewater going to take the 3-2 advantage here against Midland. On 29 and 30. A little more confidence, a little more swag to the Weber contingent.
I would say Weber is one of the more. Wow, what a shot by William Penn. 3-6-7-10.
That was to keep that match tied too.
I'll get that camera ready.
Both the teams struggling so far, 3 opens apiece, but they're all tied up through 6, so definitely keep an eye over there. Let's see, Pikeville and Maryland Eastern Shore. Pikeville up 29 pins through 6 frames. Brandon Biondo asking that one to hook from the get-go for Wesley Lowe. Does just enough.
Shot from Russo. I'd say Weber's probably one of the swaggier teams in college bowling. Got a little bravado, if you will.
I would agree 100% with you, as this match now is all knotted up.
Not going. You can. I shouldn't say that. So you're not going to find just a pair like this. I mean, just from top to bottom, each school, each program, each lineup. Just can pound you. 1-2, uppercut, a little combination.
Definitely has developed into a heavyweight bout here. And as you mentioned, Weber being down 3-0. All those matches were close leading up to that. So Weber was knocking on the door the whole time.
Quick update on Robert Morris in the chat. They trailed 3-1. 86 in the 4th. with 8 spare in the 5th. 19-pin lead currently over Whitewater in this game. This is game 5. It's spare.
Great spare there for Hilfering.
Weber's roster: Giorgio Klenas, Nate Garcia, the senior, Ramon Hilferink, David Lance, Corey Lenz. Lenz is senior, Hilferink is senior, Nate Garcia is senior. Matt Russo, of course, Anthony Vinny, and Aaron Juranovich. A couple of juniors in there. Russo a sophomore, Klenas a sophomore.
So here's the deal right now. Weber can max out 235. Wichita State could have gotten to 238 if they went off the sheet. 3-pin left by Mitch Hupe. Drops the max down to 227. So Weber strike and count away from sending this to 7.
Some confidence seeing 10 back go for Corey Lenz. Really good shot.
Red just a touch soon. 4-pin.
I just had a flashback. Throwing a good shot, thinking you cured it, but you did off your hand. Taking a few steps back and watching a 4-pin go.
Takes a spare. Will be up to Wesley Lowe to deliver a double. Some other matches.
One more time, Wesley Lowe.
William Penn is going to make it 3 games to 2, or 2 to 3 in their case. They won the last 2 against William Patterson. Lindenwood Belleville has won 2 in a row after being down 3 games to nothing against McKendree. Pikeville, the first team to advance. On the women's side, Wesley Lowe, there's 1.
Last time he was on this lane in the same situation, missed in on the first shot. Got 6, left the 2-4-7-8. That one was 10 back. And 1 more for the W. This in Wichita State. Feeling good. And moving on in the winner's bracket.
As we've seen today, count is not a gimme.
It is not.
So gets this one. Can't let the emotions get too high. But you can enjoy it for a second. What a shot.
Talk about a no-doubter. 10 pins off the deck.
All right, here's the situation.
Donato.
9 for the win.
Donato. Aaron has corrected me earlier. Giving people wins before they throw their fills. I should know better.
I will say the McKendree women do have a win against Newman. Just got to finish the game out. They're going to advance 4 games to 1. As we mentioned, Pikeville defeated Maryland Eastern Shore. So we'll see those teams early tomorrow afternoon. Wesley Lowe looking to keep Wichita State undefeated. It needs 9. Gets it.
I love Brandon Beyond there.
I think Wesley was ready to pick a fight with everyone on his team.
That was a fantastic match.
Great finish there. 4 games to 2.
That was national championship quality right there.
Wesley bumping everyone. Saying that's what we got here. This is what we're doing.
Of course, these 2 teams won't meet in the championship no matter what. Weber could find themselves battling Wichita State somewhere down the road on the same side of the bracket, however. Obviously, still much to be determined double elimination. We will find it all out tomorrow. We've got a few matches left here.
What do you say we take a look at Wisconsin Whitewater and Robert Morris, Illinois right now? That one coming down to the 10th frame. Here's the situation. Robert Morris getting ready to start the 10th frame, can strike out to get to 210. Whitewater has already delivered a strike in the 10th. They can max out at 205. First shot of the 10th, Daniel Hansen. Runs high, leaves at least the 6 pin. Looks like the 10 as well. 198 max. Whitewater can win it with count if they strike on this shot. Anything less, Robert Morris can spare for the victory. Zach Wolfel getting some air there. That one checked early, crossed over. They can max out at 194. Robert Morris will need the spare. And some count to make this 3 games to 2. And based off 187, that one is done. Wisconsin Whitewater is going to advance another round in the winner's bracket. Hansen too thin on the 6 on the attempt. 193 to 187. Whitewater wins 4 games to 1. The second team on the men's side to go 2-0 for the day. The Wisconsin Whitewater women nearing closer to that mark as well. The top seed from qualifying of 58 at the moment against Midland. Midland can max out at 179, so just a spare 2 here from the Warhawks. They'll be 2-0. Wichita State is going to win on the women's side against Weber. Make that game 3.5 to 1.5. And a quiet point to make about this week in Baton Rouge so far. The Lady Bearcats of McKendree have not lost a match. Whether it's been here at the ITCs or at the NCAAs. No team has beat them yet in a 7-game block. Just throwing that out here.
That's a pretty good and telling statistic, my friend. Oh boy.
They do enjoy statistics. All right, so we're just a few shots away from some more road camera time here in Baton Rouge.
Rogue.
It's very close to Rouge if you just switch one of the letters around with another one of the letters. And then you leave it awkwardly on bowl.com for a few months before someone points it out to you. Guess that didn't happen to me at all. Oh wait, it totally did. It's okay though. It's okay. We'll be all right. So pretty cool thing they do on the scoreboards here. That's what we got here live on Bowl TV right now. Over the pair of lanes for the team that won. They did the same thing on the singles side. They'll actually throw the school logo up there. So that's why you see the wheat shocker up there of Wichita State. Chilling, doing his thing, looking about like he's ready to fight the scoreboard next to him.
He did a good job today.
That sweater looks warm too. I'm just saying. You know, that'd be
Perfect
cool.
for in here.
It'd be perfect, yes.
Patterson is not going away. They're trying to end this thing against William Penn.
230 to 155. Wichita State over Weber. Weber now with the advantage, 3.5 to 1.5. 195, 157. Whitewater over Midland, 4 games to 2. Emil, where are we going, bud?
We are going to William Patterson and William Penn. 23 and 24.
That strike from Willie P. to give them 3 in a row. They're up by 2. They're 2 frames ahead right now, but up through 2, through 6. William Penn could throw a double to keep it at 2. Here's their shot in the 7th. That's a 10-pin. The McKendree men up against Lindenwood Belleville through 6.
Important to note, folks, again, no one has been eliminated. Teams have lost matches. Everyone will return tomorrow. Good shot.
Andrew Dukowski giving it the business there. 4 in a row for the Pioneers. They can shut out now. Max score for William Penn, 227 with the spare. Strike 9 spare would be 228 for Willie P. Here's junior Jake Rollins over the cap. Gets it, mixes them. William Penn now in must-strike territory. They say, there's one. We're not ready to be done just yet. The McKendree men in a position to shut out Lindenwood Belleville to take the win 4-2. Way down on 15 and 16. I believe they just need count. Rollins, strike for the win. William Penn still has some hope here. Can't miss though. Must strike situation. 9th frame. And that's going to do it. The ebbs and flow of bowling. And how quickly the pins can head off there. William Patterson, the runner-up at last year's ITCs. Going to go 2-0 today. Our champions from 2016 also going undefeated. McKendree going to punch their ticket to the next round against Lindenwood Belleville. Just a matter of final score there. So by process of elimination, we have 1 match left. That is Weber International and Wichita State on the women's side. Weber up 3.5 to 1.5. See, we do cool things with cameras every once in a while. Weber with 3 out of 4 to start. Double 9 spare strike. Wichita State has gone spare, strike, spare. This is their 4th frame. through the nose in the fourth. Leaves just the 6-pin. Four out of 5 for the Warriors, the defending ITC champions.
A lot of emotion on that one. Big shot there. Holly-Ann takes her time, backs off the approach. I feel like I hear some Return of the Mac in the background. Am I tripping here? I'm not tripping, right?
I couldn't
Like,
tell you, but
there's-
that's
My apologies, folks. I'm late on that. That distraction bothered.
it's okay. It's okay. I got you, guy. I got to see that strike up close and personal.
That was a great shot, nonetheless. We could be in for the long haul here with this match. So means I better get comfortable, because I'm not right now.
Don't get distracted by the Mac guy. He returns
It's the
every
return.
few years. .610. In the 7th for Weber. They're 2 frames ahead. This is the 6th frame for Wichita State working on a strike. USBC Collegiate superstar Sidney Brummett. This would be a huge double for the Shockers. Goes high, leaves just the 10-pin. Weber clean through 7. Will hold a 17-pin advantage with the spare. Here's the left-hander, Anna Anderson. Runs a tad high for the 6. Once again, this is our only match going here, round 2 of the winner's bracket at the 2017 Intercollegiate Team Championships. How about that shot there, Laura Plazas. Wichita can cut the deficit down to 6 pins with a double here in the 8th. trouble for Weber, frame 9. 4, 6, 7. Stefania Cobo. The ever so late trip of the 8.
Fans out there getting into it. Fans from both squads.
It's time to go big. This is the only match left. A few of the guys from the Weber team making it over there. Some Wichita State guys in the crowd. Wichita State now looking for 3 in a row. Grab the momentum here.
Shot. Hey, Ron, after this game concludes, what do you say we update the bracket matchups tomorrow if we can? At least in the winner's bracket.
Yeah, we can do that.
Those are easier to determine at the moment.
So Weber can max out at 211. Wichita State can go 9 spare strike here for 218.
Oh. I feel like Wichita State literally has an eternity to go to get to 4 games.
Well,
Or 4 wins, I should say.
I was going to say, outside of another tie, which would give Weber the victory, the only way that happens is if we make it to 8. Which it wouldn't be a day at the ITC if we didn't have a match go to 8 games. So the if necessary match always happens. Those are cool. But we just had 1 game 7 in the first round. .210 the final total for Weber. They're going to stay at 3.5. Wichita State's going to get to 2.5. So Emil Williams told me to check out the bracket. So I'm going to do that. So that guy knows what he's talking about. In fact, the men's bracket already updated on bowl.com. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. local time here in Baton Rouge. On one side of the bracket, we have the Wichita State Shockers taking on the William Patterson Pioneers. On the other side, Wisconsin Whitewater taking on McKendree. So those are winners matches as well. Once again, no teams eliminated yet. On the women's side, Wisconsin Whitewater will be taking on McKendree. Didn't I just say that?
I think so.
All right, so we have a pair of matchups for 2 universities all taking place tomorrow. How about that? The other bracket, Pikeville, undefeated, waiting to take on the winner of this stirring affair we have going on lanes 37 and 38.
Both teams huddling up. Folks, if you're just joining us, this is the lone match still ongoing in round number 2. With the 2017 Intercollegiate Team Championships. Emil Williams Jr. here with you, Aaron Smith, Jason Thomas. 3.5 to 2.5. Weber leading Wichita State. Wichita has won the last 2 games. They tied the previous game. And the Shockers with some momentum.
All tied up here early in technically game 7. If Wichita does win this game, we will go to the ever popular game 8. Trouble in frame number 3 for the Shockers, 4-6-7. Almost a 6-8 there. Possibly a, guess that's a 4-pin too. All right. Wichita State in the 4th, looking to bounce back after the open. Taylor Boltice delivers a strike in return. Quick look at the scoreboard here before we get ready for 5. Weber up 12. Here's first team All-American Holly-Ann Johansson. Comes in light, just the 2-pin, I believe.
Got two very good, very good is actually an understatement. Excellent programs. That'd be a way to describe Weber at Wichita State. One is extremely storied. It's like that storied history, legacy, prestige, all of those names. And then Weber came right in. First year as a program, won a national title on the women's side, and basically said, hey, we respect you. Definitely know who you are. You got all of our respect, but we're just going to come in and do what we do. And they did it. And they've done it a couple times. In fact, Weber has won more national titles since 2009 than Wichita State.
That is true. It's been a while for the ladies program since their last victory here at the ITC. Although the Shockers have claimed 9 Helmer Cups. Last one was in 2009. There's the emotion.
A little slow on that one, folks. My bad. Just trying to wring the old shoulder out. Getting a workout today.
Weber in great position here through the halfway point, game 7. Wichita State with the 1 miscue in frame 3, the 4-6-7. Weber nearly left one of their own. Was lucky to trip out the split. Both players coming in light.
2-4-5.
There's one spare for Wichita State. The conversion here keeps it at 26-pin deficit. Unable to convert. Wichita State in trouble here. Max score now of 200 with the last 5 strikes. Weber on a 2:07 pace. Breaks, take him when you can get him. Good shot left at target. He will connect on the Brooklyn side.
Oh. That will help.
I believe just the 4 there. Nearly left the Aaron Smith. That's okay.
Who's still with us in the chat room?
We got people.
Okay. Not the easiest of spares.
Still have more than 550 people tuned in
How
here
about that?
for this bonus coverage.
Thanks, kind viewers.
It's going to drop Wichita's max down to 190. 37 pins, the advantage for Weber International. 2 frames to go. This feels must-strike situation here for Wichita State. And it comes in light again. 2-5.
Taylor can put an exclamation point on this one.
I want to see some excitement. Taylor made some big shots like that on the show last year.
He did make that spare.
But just keep it on the lane, Weber, and you are moving on to the next round. That is all they need before we are done here on Bowl TV. Know all of our teams. That is way more than one. Weber International is going to win 4.5 to 2.5 here in Game 7 against Wichita State, the matchup of last year's title tilt. Well, the rematch, I should say, once again, goes to the Warriors of Weber. So Weber will take on Pikeville in the winners bracket tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. local time here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yeah, long day ahead of ourselves tomorrow, Mr. Smith.
We're starting early too, 8:45 Eastern, 7:45 local time here.
But it'll be pretty darn cool, of course, as it always is.
Very, very true. One last look at the scoreboard there. 168 with the spare conversion. Weber gets to 216. That will do it. That's what it's all about right there.
And that concludes today's competition in the Intercollegiate Team Championships. Please join us tomorrow morning at 7:45 a.m. for round 3 of competition and our first elimination rounds. Spectators, athletes, guests, thank you for attending today's competition. We look forward to seeing you in the morning. Please, athletes, remember to put all bowling equipment in the paddock room.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for us here on Bowl TV. Thanks for joining us throughout the day at the 2017 Intercollegiate Team Championships. We'll be back here on Bowl TV tomorrow, 8:45 a.m. Eastern, 7:45 local time here at the Raising Cane's River Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. At the end of the day, we will know our teams who are making it to the finals at CBS Sports Network. Championship match will take place on Saturday and air in May. You can find out more about that later on bowl.com, as well as the Sport of Bowling USBC Facebook page, at USBC on Twitter. But that's going to do us for now. Emil Williams Jr., take us away.
That's going to do it for now. That's the news for now. We'll see you on the lanes.
We've heard that one before.
Hi,
Hi, Matt.
All right, folks. We'll see you again bright and early tomorrow morning. For Jason Thomas, Aaron Smith, my name is Emil Williams Jr. So long from the 2017 Intercollegiate Team Championships, live from the Raising Cane's River Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's been a presentation brought to you live on Bowl TV. Good night, folks.